Wala ho tayong pakialam sa batas na yan. Sometimes, you have to bend the law to be able to please the people. Mas mataas po ang taong bayan sa batas. Am I right, Secretary Remulla?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Made a suggestion. Sometimes we have to bend the law in order to please the people. And he asked the former Secretary of Justice for affirmation. Am I correct, Mr. Secretary? And the Secretary said, yes, sir. You agree with the affirmation of the Secretary of Justice?
I do not agree.
Thank you.
I do not agree. Because basically, in implementing the law, there are positions you can take. But bending the law is not one of them, Your Honor.
Buti na lang ganyan ang sinagot mo.
And justice can only be attained if there is restitution. So that is the principle behind all of these things that we are talking about now.
Mr. Secretary, restitution will come after. It cannot be.
Sir, it can
cannot
come before or after, sir. It can come before or
You
after.
cite the law that it come before. Here, Mr. Secretary, a couple of days ago, in the last hearing when you were here, we somehow settled the issue that restitution is not a requisite for an applicant to the WPP. Is that correct?
It's not in the law. But sa akin ko kasi, hindi lang po batas na nagdidictate dito. It's also what is morally right, what is expected of us. Yan po kasi, kahit hindi nilagay sa batas, mga given po yan sa ating lipunan.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Secretary?
Kasi wala nga sa batas yung ano.
Wala
yung,
nga sa batas.
Yung
Then,
requirements
ano ilalagay mo sa batas?
for admission to the witness protection. Ang restitution is not part of it.
Yes, it is not.
Oh, pero hindi ho nangangahulugan na hindi namin pwede i-layout yan depending on the case.
Mr. Secretary, I am still in the stage where a particular applicant wishes to apply under that program. And there is a process. In the process, restitution is not one of the requisites. Is that correct?
Opo, pero if it's in terms of this case being a financial crime, sir, this is a crime against the
Mr. Secretary,
financial status of the Filipino people, of the Philippine Republic. I think that it's just right.
Mr.
that we ask.
Secretary, are you amending the provision of the
No,
law?
sir. No, sir. But that is how we run the witness protection program.
As a lawyer, Mr. Secretary, may I ask you, in a criminal prosecution, the civil liability is impliedly instituted. Is that correct?
Of course.
Kaya nga eh. Hindi naman nangangahulugan kung sakasakali na natapos na yung criminal prosecution. Kapag ka nakita na mayroong criminal liability yung tao, because it is impliedly implied, doon lang magkakaroon ng restitution. It will come after. Paano mo sasabihin na magre-restitute ang isang tao? Meron na bang findings kung magkano i-restitute on how it can be restituted? Nag-a-apply pa lang eh. Huwag po ninyong babaguhin ang requisite ng batas, Mr. Secretary. I thought nung dumating ka dito, nagkaintindihan na tayo eh. Kaya nabablar ang proceedings natin eh. Kaya nga kinote ni, siguro, ang chairman kanina gusto kong ituloy ito. Sinabi niya, nagpa-interview siya, na goodwill and sincerity should be done para i-test. Pwede ba yung ganito?
I respect your opinion, sir. But
It
that
is
is
not
how,
my opinion, it is in the law, Mr. Secretary.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I am operating.
The arbiter
Sir,
is
can I
the
speak,
law.
sir? May I speak, sir?
Yes, you
I'm
are
operating from the
Senator Marcoleta,
from the
kindly allow
vantage
the
point of the
resource
reason
person.
behind the law, sir. What is the reason behind the law? So that we can get justice, and justice can only be attained if there is restitution. So that is the principle behind all of these things that we are talking about now.
Mr. Secretary, restitution will come after. It cannot be.
Sir, it can
cannot
come before or after, sir. It can come before or
You
after.
cite the law that it come before. Wala nga po sa batas eh.
Sir,
Huwag po ninyong babaguhin ang batas, Mr. Secretary.
we are operating on a unique set of facts, and we are, all of these matters are being evaluated because the gravity of this financial crime cannot be underestimated, and that the more assets that we're able to preserve at the outset, the better for our country, sir.
Mr. Secretary, I'm very sorry for such a reasoning like that. Alam mo, nakikinig
I'm very
ang
sorry,
buong
sir.
bansa.
Also, sir, I'm very sorry too if you do not agree with me. But I respect your opinion, sir, and we will carry out our job as we deem fit, as we see.
Mr. Chair, I
that
said
the
I
country
am not
needs.
expressing an opinion here. I am articulating the provision of law. You do not change the provision of law, Mr. Secretary. You may be disbarred from doing this.
Then it's your opinion, sir. It's your option, sir.
Sinabi ko na nga, hindi ko opinion dito. I am
Then it's your option,
articulating the
sir. It
provision of
it
law.
is what you wish to happen. That you may proceed
Ikaw ang
with what you
nagbibigay
wish.
ng opinion, nilalagay mo yung restitution to test the goodwill of a possible applicant. It is not in the law. Unless you are able to point out the provision of law that it come before. Hindi ganun eh. Sabi mo na nga, and we admitted, impliedly instituted ang civil liability, but this will come eventually after the court has pronounced kung magkano ang ibabalik niya kung meron man. Not before. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Are you done, Senator Marcoleta? Thank you. Okay. So next in line is Senator Padilla. Please limit your question kay Secretary Remulla.
Apo, gusto ko lamang pong sabihin kay Secretary, pangalagaan na lang po si Engineer Henry Alcantara. Yun lang po.
Opo, salamat po.
Thank you. Senator De La Rosa.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Point of clarification lang ito sa akin, Mr. Chair, dahil ito mga diskayas, para mukhang nagbigay na ito ng affidavit in the previous hearings. Gusto natin na may resulta kaagad ito investigation natin. Baka pwedeng isama na rin yung affidavit nila, sir, na evaluate ng DOJ para isang bagsakan na lang yung pagpile ng kaso. Dahil marami sila binanggit na pangalan ng mga congressman.
As a matter of fact, undergoing evaluation.
By whom, Mr. Chair?
DOJ.
DOJ ongoing
Sir,
na.
we met with them already, and we will meet again with them tomorrow. Kasi nawala nga yung kahapon, sir. No? We lost the time yesterday. We were supposed to meet yesterday. Hindi lang po natuloy.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, just para mas maganda kung isang bagsakan na makuha na sana lahat yan, mapaila na kaagad,
Opo.
mas maganda. Thank you. Thank you lang, Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
Salamat.
Senator Rapi.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, to Secretary Mulya, wala nga talaga sa batas yung bang magsoli muna ng pera para ikaw ay mapasok sa WPP. Pero kung pagbabasehan natin yung kagusto ng taong bayan, ang galit ng taong bayan, na gusto nilang magpakita in goodwill yung accused bago siya mapunta sa WPP. Siguro mas maganda kung sundin natin yung kagusto ng taong bayan, right?
Opo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, there
Yes,
is also,
Senator.
I would like to manifest that hindi ko alam kung nakikinig ho tayong lahat, yung sigaw ng taong bayan na libo-libo sa People Power Monument sa Luneta, hindi lang po ang pagnanakaw, they were also shouting, ibalik yung pera nila. And I believe the Secretary of Justice heard that, and I believe Malacanang heard that. Kaya nga po, dito po sa mga kontraktor, mga opisyal, isole ninyo ang pera ng taong bayan. Hindi po batas ang pinag-uusapan. Wala ho tayong pakialam sa batas. Sometimes, you have to bend the law to be able to please the people. Mas mataas po ang taong bayan sa batas. Am I right, Secretary Remulla?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Second round. Senator Pangilinan.
just to lower the decibels and the stress, the stress that comes with high emotions. Si Ginoong Secretary Remulla, si Ginoong Hernandez halimbawa, sinurrender na sa ICI, no? Yung ilang vehicles at sinasabi niyang willing pa siyang mag-surrender ng Lamborghini. I mean, that's his voluntary act. If Engineer Alcantara will do the same voluntarily as a sign of goodwill, there is no law that prevents him from doing that. So
Opo.
therefore, we this restitution issue, while it is the law, does not prevent the government from being broader, mas malawak ang kanyang pag-implementa ng mga programa at mga batas, lalo na pag voluntary ang pagbigay nung mga malalaking, yung mga mamahaling sasakyan, voluntaring ilabas itong isurrender ang mga pondo, etc. Hindi po ba?
Opo, sa karanasan ko kasi, pag inintay po natin yung court judgment na maging final para isurrender po ang lahat, eh baka wala, puti na mga mata natin, wala pa hong nangyayari. Kaya habang maaga po, we try to get as much para maibalik na po sa taong bayan yung dapat hong ibalik.
In fact, yung pagbabalik is a sign of cooperation, which the courts will eventually consider when it sentences or if it provides
Meron pong pumunta sa akin, nagpapatulong kung anong kanyang gagawin sapagkat ang gusto niyang kasuhan ay talaga pong influential member ng ating society. As a matter of fact, siya po ay official ng ating judicial system. So, nagtangka po siya na mag-file ng charge. Alam po ba niyo kung ano sinabi ng piskal? Sa may parting Laguna po ito eh. Alam mo ba, bata, kung sino yung gusto mong idemanda? Wala kang kalaban-laban dito. So, under the standard, yung success rate mo sa prosecution, wala, zero ka dito eh. So, umuwi yung tao, hindi lamang malungkot na malungkot, kundi frustrated siya. So, ito pong mga ganito yung lumilitaw. Maaring tama rin po kayo na mayroong nangyayari na mga bagay na kinatutuwa ng ilan. Pero mayroon din pong downside kasi. Ang sinasabi natin, wag na yung masyadong highly technical na pag-uusap. Yun lang ma-feel sana ng tao na kasi po, kung hindi naman siya pumupunta sa Bureau of Corrections, paano niya malalaman gaano karami po yung nakukorek natin o ganito. Anyway, kaya ko po tinatanong ito, importante lang na ma-relate po yung Department of Justice sa ordinary na buhay po ng ating mga mamamayan. Yun lang naman po yung kasi po, kagaya po nung sinabi ni ASEC Jermar kanina, ang DOJ ay talaga namang siya yung ating principal law agency sang-ayon sa ating Administrative Code of 1987. Di ba ma'am, sinabi mo kanina? Sa napaka-importante po ng role na ginagampanan po ng DOJ. Earlier po in our work in the Senate, more particularly the Blue Ribbon Committee, this representation as the erstwhile chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee tried his best to get to the bottom of the investigation. We're talking about the flood control anomalous projects. Ang sabi pa nga namin noon, sisisirin po namin yung bahana yan para makita natin ang mastermind. Napakahirap po ng objective na sinet ng inyong lingkod kasi ayoko naman ng ma-pinpoint lang natin. Sabi ko nga, puro sap-sap lang o maliliit na isda. Dapat yung ma-target natin, yung pinakamalaking isda. Kasi siya yung nanggulo ng sistema kung bakit nangyari sa atin ito. And so, I maximize the potential. Naisip po yung Witness Protection Program. Dahil sa hirap po ng pagpipinpoint ng utak talaga niyan, mangangailangan ka. So I floated the idea doon sa 15 contractors initially invited in the hearing. Ang sabi ko sa kanila, well, ano po ito, napakahirap po ng inyong kinasasadlakan ngayon sa investigasyon ito. Unang-una, yung offense po na ating pinag-uusapan is a major offense. Plunder nga po ang mangyayari rito. At least marami pang iba. So, kung gusto po ninyo na tulungan ng Estado, meron po tayong remedyo rito because this is legislative investigation. And under the Witness Protection Program, Section 4, sinasabi niya, kung gusto po ninyong tulungan ng Estado, mahirap po ang gagawin nyo, ngunit may nakalaan pong protection and benefit provided by law. So nung pinload ko po yung idea na yon, dalawa po yung lumabas, yung mag-asawang Diskaya. And initially, he enumerated 17 members of Congress, House of Representatives. Ang nangyari po, kasi hiningi naman nila yung Witness Protection Program, so nung panahon ko po, I recommended that they be processed under the Witness Protection Program. So sumulat po ako sa Senate President, yun naman po yung dapat Sa kamalasan naman po, yung araw din na yun, nagkaroon ng coup. So napalitan po ang Senate President, yung naging Senate President, ayaw niya na po. Ayaw niyang ituloy. At dahil nga po, merong sinabi yung former Secretary of Justice, we cannot process them until and unless they return yung kanilang mga ninakaw, blah, blah, blah. So the new Senate President, pinangatawanan niya yun. Oo nga naman, sabi niya, the Secretary of Justice, sabi niya, that's a good policy. Kailangan mag-restitute muna sila before they can covered by the WPP. Paano po? How can we begin to even pretend that we know what to do and to help the state prosecute? Kung sasabihin na kahit nawala po sa batas, ipipilit halimbawa ng inyong dating secretary na kailangan mag-restitute muna. I told him it is not a requirement under the law. But he insisted in saying, well, yeah, it's not in the law, but we can always agree on something like a good policy for the state. Do you agree with him?
I agree with the position of Secretary Boying Rimulya, now the Ombudsman. Basically, it being one of the conditions. When we look at this, Your Honor, no, we're looking on the ultimate objective, paano yung Estado mananalo at mapapanagot itong mga to. Wala pa pong tapos sa pagpoproseso ng mga nakasalang na nag-a-apply po ng Witness Protection Program. Kasi kaakibat po sa pag-aaral na to, kasama rin po yung under the Witness Protection Program, kasama rin po sa pag-aaral ng atin pong prosecution team na yung paano kung pwede ba under Rule 119 naman pagpasok po. Marami pong iba't ibang binabalangkas at pinag-aaralan, Your Honor, at itong mga bagay na to, pwede pa pong makapagdagdag. Ipapasa ko ho kay Chief Dong at ito po ay aming masusing pinag-aralan at ilalahad niyo po yung iba pa pong mga prosesong tinitimbang. Wala pa pong sarado, Senator. Lahat po ay tinitimbang pa. If with the permission of the Senator,
Hindi, ang ibig kong sabihin,
Opo.
kung ipipilit na merong restitution kahit wala sa batas, so how can you process the application, for example, of the applicant? Kasi, kapag tinignan mo yung, I think the applicable section is section 10. Basahin mo yun, wala namang restitution. So, kung ipipilit natin that somebody should first restitute, doon pa lamang sa title ng batas, Secretary, it is all for the benefit, interest, and protection of the witness. To burden him or her with additional requirement which is not in the law. Hindi ko ba intindihan? How can you agree with that?
Your Honor, ang tinitingnan po dito ay yung pangkalahatan.
No, I'm talking about
Opo.
the WPP.
Opo.
What pangkalahatan ang sinasabi ninyo?
Ang kailangan po kasi sa dulo nito, manalo po yung Estado laban
Kaya
mapanagot
nga,
po
but before you do that,
Opo.
you have to proceed with the process.
Yes, opo.
So, paano siya mapaprocess? Kung ipipilit po na mag-restitute muna, for example, anong i-restitute niya? How much? Sino magkukompute? How can it be done? Sino ang magsasabi na ganito ang dapat niyang i-restitute? Meron na bang ano? Meron na bang pronouncement? May I continue, Mr. Chair?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Senator Mark.
You're familiar with the now famous statement, sometimes you have to bend the law to please our people. You're familiar with that?
Not so familiar with that, Your Honor.
How come you're not familiar with that? May I refresh your memory?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
We were talking about, this issue of prostitution and blah, blah, blah. Hanggang dumating yung isang point where one of us made a suggestion. Sometimes we have to bend the law in order to please the people. And he asked the former Secretary of Justice for affirmation. Am I correct, Mr. Secretary? And the Secretary said, yes, sir. You agree with the affirmation of the Secretary of Justice?
I do not agree.
Thank you.
I do not agree because basically in implementing the law, there are positions you can take, but bending the law is not one of them, Your Honor.
Buti na lang ganyan ang sinagot mo. Kasi sa ibang mga interview, sinasabi niya, bending the law is okay, basta wag lang breaking the law. How can you accept that kind of statement? You cannot bend the law. No one is above the law, sabi pa nga natin. And the overarching principle in the promulgation of our Constitution is upholding the rule of law. No one should bend the law. Not even in imagination. Mahirap po yun eh. Kasi kung sinabi mong you agree, ang dami po kasi nagte-text sa akin, Yusek Andres. Ganyan palang ginagawa sa mga taxes na binabayad namin. Mga buwis namin eh. Hirap na hirap kami, mga halos dugo, pawis. Minsan may kahalo pang sipon. Makapagbayad lang kami ng tamang buwis sa ating pamahalaan bilang mga patriotic na citizens. Pwede mo ba, sir? Sabi nila sa akin. Ilaban mo naman kami, yung 2026, wag na muna kami magbayad ng tax. Because somebody said, sometimes we can bend the law to please the people. I may be able to please them, Secretary. Kasi yun ang text nila. Can I say yes to them? Can I?
You
Thank you. Ito pong Secretary, yung pagkaka-transport ng dating Pangulo ng Republika sa The Hague. Ang pagkakaalam ko po kasi, maraming pronouncement ang ating Pangulo. Yung iba na-memorize ko pa nga po eh. We will not assist the ICC in any way, in any form. From now on, I ask my secretaries to do the same. I mean, something like that. Pero nangyari, kabaligtaran, Secretary, di ba? The former Secretary of Justice explained that, well, those pronouncements are not cast in stone. Ito na naman eh. Ito yung parang ephemeral lang nangyayari. Parang the government officials' decision, sabi niya, sometimes can be changed at times. What do you think are the factors that necessitated a change of mind? Like from not assisting the ICC in any manner, in any way, in any form, he was just transported there. Now languishing in the detention center on the other side of the planet. What do you think are the factors used by the DOJ?
First, Your Honor, if I'm not familiar to the particular circumstances that the secretary, the particular facts that which made the secretary made the actions
Who is
before.
familiar? Who is familiar from
And
among
second,
you?
Your Honor, if I also may state, the matter is pending now with the matter before the Supreme Court. So the position, the legal position on the actions of the former Secretary of Justice has been elucidated with the court. But for the Department of Justice, it's Chief Dennis Chan who made the argument and presented the position of the DOJ in this regard, Your Honor.
My question is, what are the factors that necessitated a change of mind from not helping the ICC in any way, in any form, which is a policy matter, with the reverse? That happened.
I'm not privy to that, Your Honor.
Who is privy? Kasi parang,
Your Honor, it may be the former secretary, now the ombudsman.
wala na siya sa DOJ, nasa ombudsman na siya. Alam nga namang
Yes.
ipatawag natin siya rito.